The old, creaky house on Maple Street was exactly what Noah and his wife, Aisha, had been searching for. Tucked away from the city's nose, it had the charm of a bygone era. The wooden floors, the grand staircase, and the stained glass windows gave it an air of timeless elegance. They were eager to start their new life in this peaceful neighborhood, but little did they know that their dream home harbored a secret, one that had been buried for decades. From the first night, strange things began to happen. Noah would wake up in the dead of night, hearing faint whispers and soft thuds, as if someone was moving around in the house. He brushed it off as the sounds of an old house settling, but Aisha wasn't so sure. She felt a cold presence in the master bedroom closet, an unease that she couldn't shake off. One evening, while unpacking, Aisha noticed that the closet door was slightly ajar. She distinctly remembered closing it. She shrugged it off, attributing it to a draft. But something about it bothered her. The next morning, she found the door wide open, and an overwhelming sense of dread washed over her. She decided not to mention it to Noah. Not wanting to worry him, days turned into weeks, and the strange occurrences continued. Noah and Aisha started arguing more frequently. The once peaceful home now felt oppressive. Aisha became increasingly paranoid, convinced that they were not alone in the house. She would often find herself staring at the closet door, certain that something or someone was inside, watching her. One night, Noah woke up to the sound of soft crying. He turned to Aisha, but she was fast asleep. The sound seemed to be coming from the closet. Heart pounding, Noah got up and slowly approached the door. As he reached for the handle, the crying stopped, replaced by an eerie silence. He hesitated, then opened the door, only to find nothing but darkness. The clothes hanging inside swayed slightly, as if disturbed by an unseen hand. Noah quickly shut the door, trying to convince himself that it was just his imagination. Aisha, on the other hand, was slowly losing her grip on reality. She started hearing the voice more frequently, whispering her name, pleading for help. It was a man's voice, filled with despair and anger. One day, while cleaning, she found an old, dusty journal hidden in the back of the closet. The pages were filled with the frantic writings of a man named Farouk, who once lived in the house with his family. The last entry sent chills down her spine. Asterisk, he's coming for me. I can hear him in the closet. I must hide, but there's nowhere to go. If anyone finds this, know that he's still here. The man in the closet is real. Aisha showed the journal to Noah, but he dismissed it as the ramblings of a madman. However, the final entry stuck with him, and he couldn't shake off the feeling that something was terribly wrong. That night the whispers returned, louder and more insistent. This time they were coming from both the closet and the walls, echoing through the house like a sinister chant. Desperate for answers, Noah and Aisha decided to do some research. They discovered that the previous owner, Farouk, had disappeared under mysterious circumstances. His family had found him dead, locked inside the closet, his face twisted in terror. The cause of death was never determined, but the family claimed that he had been haunted by a spirit. A man who lived in the closet. Terrified, Nor and Aisha realized that they had to leave the house. But it was too late. That night, the man in the closet made himself known. As they lay in bed, they heard the closet door slowly creak open. A cold wind swept through the room, extinguishing the candles. Nora reached for the bedside lamp, but it wouldn't turn on. The darkness was absolute, suffocating. Aisha felt a cold hand brush against her arm. She screamed, but no sound came out. Noah tried to move, but it was as if he was paralyzed. The air around them thickened, and the whispering grew louder, more frantic. A shadowy figure emerged from the closet, its eyes glowing with an unnatural light. The man in the closet was no longer just a presence. He was real, and he was coming for them. The next morning, the house was silent. The neighbors noticed that the front door was ajar. But there was no sign of Noah or Aisha. The police were called, but their search yielded nothing. The couple had vanished without a trace, leaving behind only the old house on Maple Street and the journal of a man who had tried to warn them of the terror that lived within its walls. To this day, the house remains empty, the closet door forever shut. But those who pass by at night claim they can still hear the whispers, the soft crying of a man trapped in the darkness, waiting for his next victim. The man in the closet is still there, and he's always waiting.